You're listening to the PTO Unlimited podcast.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 54.
50.
Straight off of Easter weekend.
Straight off of our 1 year anniversary.
And
It was nice. It was very nice.
How'd you celebrate? Just kidding. I know. Whatever we did on the podcast is how we celebrated. We did eat a cake afterwards.
We did.
We ate cake.
And then we got mad because our video equipment failed.
Immediately. I was so angry.
You were real mad.
That
was a great podcast.
Still am, because it was a very good video podcast. So
Indeed.
And this time it's really happening.
Don't say that. You're jinxing it already.
Kidding. No promises, but
no
we'll
promises.
try hard.
We will try our best
Just
to get this up.
We're trying.
We're amateurs at this.
We're trying a different method too.
Amateurs.
Or an additional method.
Yes. We're doing a lot more to it. So anyways,
Easter, what did y'all do?
Food.
Well, yeah, food. Funny thing that happened is that, for one, I'm going to toot my own horn. I made an amazing egg bake.
I'm glad you said horn.
I'm going to toot. I had to break that down for a second. Yeah, I'm going to toot my own horn. I made an amazing egg bake, and in the household, Josh is the cook. I'm the cleaner.
Yes, I am.
So I don't cook. I microwave things. I've kind of gotten off that bandwagon a long time ago. But so I made an amazing egg bake. Josh helped out by like browning some or cooking some sausage up. But really, other than that, I made it all by myself. So I'm super excited, and everybody loved it.
Can you not cook, or do you just not want to?
You know what? Anything I've ever cooked. Why are you smiling?
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here.
I guess the question or the person to ask is, Josh, when I do cook, do I cook well?
You do fine. You get by. Do when you do the crock pot meals, however. That's when you do just fine.
Crock pot meals, I feel like anybody can
do anything. You just throw stuff in and it does it itself.
Right.
Well, and that's the same thing with baking too. Well, you can burn stuff with baking. I know.
You can burn stuff with crock pots.
We made it just right. Like our egg bake was just
when the egg bake is just right.
No, it was really good, and I think everything but one piece. I had 18 eggs in there.
Wow,
that was a lot.
Do you remember Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah.
When Pacha says, "When the sunlight hits
these hills,
these hills sing." Yeah.
Yeah. Just right.
Just right.
That. Yeah.
No, so we did that. So we had brunch over at my mother's. Excuse me. And then we had I only have one little one in the family. We only have my nephew, who is 5. So we did his first Easter egg hunt. And we just did it out.
Was it his first?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think he was really, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was. At least it was our first time with him. And he was super excited, and we had him inside, and we just grabbed a whole bunch of little plastic eggs and hid them around the house. And we had him and mom my sister go out and find them. And afterwards, my sister thought it would be a funny idea because she knows how competitive I can get. And she goes, so we emptied all of your nephew's Easter eggs except one that has some jelly beans in it. Now, me, meaning my sister, and then my brother and my nephew said, we're going to hide these eggs, and you and Josh are going to find them. And the first person to find the one with the jelly beans wins. And it wasn't just go throw eggs out in the yard. It was put them in places that we would never think.
Right.
And so Josh and I went in the house and, talked shit to each other and said who's going to win. And then Paige said, you have 5 minutes, go. So we ran outside. I went to the left. He went to the right. We were like going back and forth. And then I'm like, where the heck are they? And they started doing warm and cold, like over here. They hid them under mulch. And when Josh and I figured like in front of the yard and we started digging and like once you realized they were under the mulch, and Josh came over and like pushed me.
I was pushing her out of the way. I was
like,
no,
mine.
Right.
And then there was some in gutters. There was some, the winning one, which Josh ended up getting because we played the hot cold game.
Side rock.
Yeah. And was inside of the front porch lamp.
Yes.
So, but it was fun. And then afterwards, my nephew wanted to play again, so we hit it and had mom and him do the same thing, where find the one with the jelly beans, and he won. So that was
who ate the jelly beans?
Nobody.
Probably my nephew.
Oh crap! I bought some jelly beans because Easter's candy stuff is on sale. I got
Are they the Starburst jelly beans?
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, those are the best jelly beans.
I mean, other than Jelly Belly.
I heard Jelly Rancher ones are good too. I've never had those.
I've had the Jolly Rancher ones. They're okay.
Well, I'm sure that would be good because Jolly Ranchers are awesome.
What's your favorite Jolly Rancher
flavor? Stuck in your teeth.
Oh, you already know that.
Cherry.
Really?
Yours is cherry.
Yeah.
Oh, what's yours, Josh?
Watermelon.
Oh. Ooh, those taste like ass.
That's the only watermelon I can get in my life is fake watermelon. I can't eat real watermelon.
This is a completely off the topic thing real quick. Have you ever seen the tipsy bartender videos that go around Facebook?
Yeah.
There was one that shocked me the other day. So he cuts 5 different holes in it just on the top.
Watermelon, yeah.
Yeah, and then he shoves like a whole bottle of gin and all that stuff, and it just absorbs it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he eats it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you get smashed in like one piece.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that where you put holes in it, you just tilt the bottle of vodka in there.
I've mainly just seen vodka.
Overnight, and it just...
Yep.
Because he did
I've
tequila,
never had that.
He did tequila, he did gin, he did... I can't even remember. But
well, that's the thing,
like
though.
5
That's
bottles.
like it soaks it up, and it's straight alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
It's a watermelon.
Oh, yeah.
It's just watermelon juice and 99% whatever you put in it.
Well, watermelon is like...
It's water.
Part of it is
it's
water.
It's
water.
just a water.
So it's watered down vodka.
Watermelon. Inside a watermelon. Oh my gosh. Get watermelon vodka and put it with watermelon. It's watermelon inside a watermelon.
I get it.
Yes. Haha. Did you watch that Vine guy?
It was a Vine.
It was a Vine thing where it's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon inside a watermelon. And then he did another one. It's like, it's a knife in my home made out of watermelon. It was like a watermelon knife.
I remember.
That guy was really funny. But yeah, other than that, after that we went over to my dad's side of the family and ate there and hung out and shared some nostalgic stories about my brother being in the hospital multiple
Alex,
times.
we forgot to grab our microphones out of our baskets.
Oh no, it's fine. We'll get them out. And we'll use them as props. My dad got us like Easter baskets, and they've got we got 2 plastic microphones. Like they're bubbles, but they're microphones.
Okay.
So we figured we'd put them up here.
Okay.
Right, we'll do that. We'll do that next week.
We're eventually just we need to get a shelf up or something and start putting like memorabilia up and all that.
That'd be fun.
It'd be good for the video podcast on YouTube.
What did you do for Easter?
I was down for the count. I think
you were sick.
I think it was allergies, but I might have caught a bug because I had a cough going too. But
allergies you can
cough.
Say
you could still get a cough.
I had sinus pressure that would not go away no matter what medicine I took. Right in my face, all the way until Sunday night.
Isn't that where your sinuses are? Is in your face?
Yes, but I was.
Did you actually know that your sinuses, they mean nothing?
Well, some of the stuff inside there, like the
it's your equilibrium.
No,
right?
it's not that. It will. Well, no, actually, I think that's just your nose. I'm gonna say it's like it filters out some of the pollens, so that way you don't get.
I still have an issue. You can actually have your sinuses removed, and you'll be okay. But of course, that's an elective surgery. I've thought about it many times. Every single spring, I think about it. I'm like,
I don't know. It's like every 3rd or 4th year, you're questioning whether or not your allergies are going to come because you're like, I think it's just because you get used to the pollens.
I think
it's just really bad because since we only moved here 4 years ago, that's why the last couple years it's been so severe because you're not used to the pollens that are here.
It's mainly we go to Chicago and I'm good, but we come back here and I start sneezing.
Well, our dog is reacting the same way
for the past year.
I know. Well, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. So, anyways,
one thing I like about the cold months is I don't have to worry about allergies.
But you have to worry about getting sick.
I'm going to say, not going outside, you're inside with all the dust.
Yeah,
that's my issue.
Sucks. So you either deal with the summer or spring months where you're just like sneezing or you could have a reaction, or the fall and winter months when you get a cold or the flu or etc.
I'd much rather have allergies.
Yeah.
So that's all that I did. I got a little bit of candy, but...
Did Leela do anything?
She went... There was a thing in town that she went to. Wasn't feeling the picture with the Easter Bunny.
Aw, was she scared?
All kids are scared of the Easter Bunny.
They're creepy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I don't know why parents think that's such a fun thing to do, because I never see... It's like 1 in every 20 children are actually like, oh my goodness, let's take a picture with the Easter Bunny. And the rest of it's just like...
The Santa Claus is at least a person you can see his face.
I don't know. I think Santa Claus is like the most awkward, honestly, because you can see his face.
Here's the thing, though. you guys should look back at older photos of Easter Bunny.
Oh
and
yeah, I have.
Santa. And
I
all
have,
that.
and I'm standing in the
Creepy.
background, like.
No. I'm talking
Faking
older than
it.
that. I'm talking about like the 50s.
Yeah, there's been
Oh, okay.
stories.
There's
I've
like
seen, like,
freaky.
You know, just creepy shit.
Creepy. Like there's one that I saw on 9gag the other day, and it was it looked like a real rabbit, like just a real, but it was creepy looking, just scary. It's like, how are kids okay with this?
I don't know. We were kind of the only time that we actually ever had like the closest to kids that we have is our animals, and we there was only been 1 year where we went and did pictures with Santa. And I thought out of the three of them, because we have a little wiener dog, Layla, and then we have a black cat, Snickers, then we have a long-haired calico named Alex. Yes, I know, it's my name. Everyone's going to have questions. Josh named it when we started dating. Short story. There you go. But I thought out of all of that, we took him to PetSmart or something because Santa was there, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so cute. It was $5 a pet. Like, let's do it. I'm like, Layla's going to be the best. The cats are probably going to freak out. The cats did the best. I pulled them out. It was I thought Snickers was going to be the worst. And
she was the best.
She took the best photo.
Yep.
She just, all right, we snapped a couple times and she just went, took a picture, put her back in the carrier. Alex did the same thing. And
we had compliments on
they're
our
just
cats.
like, thanks. Oh my gosh, you guys have amazing cats. I'm like, yeah,
because they were calm inside their kennels.
yeah, they're like, you have no idea how much, cats are scared. And I'm like, yeah, I was very surprised. Then we get Layla out. And Layla is
Fuck
scared.
that Santa.
Yeah, she's scared as shit. And so I gave she had like bacon bits or something, and I gave it to Santa, and I sat down next to Santa, and she ate the bacon bits out of his hand, and I went to go give her to him and walk away, and she grabbed a chunk of his beard and turned into devil dog. I'm like, I am so sorry. So in the picture, I'll have to show this to you. In the picture, I ended up he held her, but I had to hold her neck behind her so that to keep her from biting Santa.
Yeah.
I'm not in the picture, but my arm with my pink coat is, and she's just big eyed, and I'm holding her, so she, restraining her so she wouldn't bite Santa.
That's no joke. She about devoured.
I know. If I didn't grab her, she probably would have got his face. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Thought she would be the most social.
Yeah.
Anyways,
off subject. That was Christmas. But yeah, so I get the whole being scared of being in front of the Easter Bunny or Santa or anything like that.
I never really had photos with the Easter Bunny that I can remember. Did you?
Me neither. No. I didn't even get him with Santa.
No, I probably maybe once in a while, but
we always went to the mall and got pictures.
Have you seen the cost of getting photos with mascots these days?
We were at the mall last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, when we were talking about our story.
It was $30 or something like that.
Yeah, it was expensive.
I was expecting it to be $10 picture with the Easter Bunny. No, it's $30 to get a picture with the Easter Bunny.
It's what in the world is going on?
And then what do you get? One picture? Two pictures?
I mean, who knows?
I know Walmart would do the 4x6 that I think they did for free. Mm-hmm. But, that's Walmart.
Yeah.
So
any
it
other
doesn't surprise me that they're expensive.
Did you guys have any Easter traditions that you guys did as a child?
Church.
No, church.
Yeah, I'm gonna say church.
Sunrise service.
That's still my favorite. I like sunrise service.
For a while, or for a couple years, the church I was going to did a play of
our church did that.
Crucifixion and everything. So
yeah. So yeah, the big thing was, I don't know if you did this in your church, Brett, but whenever we would go to the sunrise service, the next thing afterwards would be a potluck of just breakfast.
A huge breakfast.
Yeah. Suddenly you're just food, and then you're nap.
Then you're nap.
Coma time.
Yeah, that's usually what we do when we go and visit his parents. We do a sunrise service, eat a bunch, and then go, it's nap time.
There was this one Easter where I had a whole bunch of family over, and this is when I was a lot younger, and we did the scavenger hunt. And at the end of the scavenger hunt, my parents had given us Lion King. I think it was Lion King, the movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Lion King. What?
No, I was just sorry. I blanked out there for a second. Wasn't there a time? I might get this wrong. I might have dreamt it or something. But we went there when your parents are in Missouri now. Mm-hmm. We went there, and then you had to light the candle.
Yeah.
It didn't light or something. There was.
Oh, that always happens.
I know, but there was something where Josh brings in the candle or the cross or something, and he goes up there, and it's silent. All the lights are off, and he's supposed to light the candle. Mm-hmm. And I remember him going up there and holding it, and it's not lighting.
No, that's panic mode when that happens. I mean, if anyone,
what do I Easter's ruined.
Anyone? What?
What do you do in that situation?
You basically go to the next one. You just move forward.
Because he has to light other candles too.
Yeah,
And
I
remember him kind of panicking up there, and I'm in the pew kind of.
Of course you are. You always laugh at me.
I do. I try not to watch him because if we can't sit together sometimes when we're at church. Because if he gives me a look, I'll laugh because you're not supposed to. So it's like
Yeah, I always get kind of like I always mess around here and there, and then it just becomes a laughing stock.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
I guess we could go right for playing and watching.
Playing and watching. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got something new to talk about.
Well, not really new.
Well, yeah, but since we've been on the podcast, new.
Brett, you didn't get anything in the sale. You were telling me this earlier for the Xbox sale or anything.
No.
No.
I wanted to, but I just didn't.
Forgot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. What was that? Did you hear that
idea.
noise?
No.
Okay.
You mean this?
Yeah. That's you scratching the chair.
Uh-huh.
We bought Borderlands 2, or we bought the Handsome Collection, which is Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. It just felt like we needed to get back into Borderlands
you know what?
again.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so addicting. There's loot everywhere.
Yes.
I love loot.
Beautiful.
As soon as you even start the game, the first thing you go through, there's one box of loot. And I was like, you guys, you walked right past it.
It's just
box.
one little box.
You know why you guys have so much cash?
Yeah?
Because I keep opening up the boxes of
Yeah,
loot.
you're the one that
Josh
goes
opened
looting.
up his character. He's like, damn, I've got so much money because we share money. I'm like, I'm over here. You guys are doing the mission, and I'm over here opening up money.
Well, we share money gains and ammo gains. We don't share the same exact amount.
I know, but we share it.
So, like if you get $10, I get $10, and
I know.
anyone else who's playing
I know,
gets $10.
but still, like, I'm the one giving you the money.
Right.
But they'll be over there dying. Alex, come help me. Let me open this last box.
We're in a boss battle. We have to kill Boom Boom.
Yeah, and while that's going on, I'm over in the corner opening up loot.
Yeah. So
I hate it. I hate it and love it.
it's
And I'm using a new character this time. I'm using the Necromancer.
Are you familiar with Borderlands at all, Brett? Okay.
I did the Siren last time, and I'm
Yeah.
playing the only other girl, which is the Necromancer. So it's pretty much she's got her own little. She summons a robot.
Yep.
Is her power.
I'm a psycho, which is basically just a evil guy turned good, pretty much.
Yeah, like one of the enemies, and
Yeah.
he's playing as the enemy, but he's a good guy.
Yep. So everyone keeps on shooting me.
Yeah. So if I turn around, I'm like, oh shit, and then I'll shoot Josh accidentally.
How I know this is in Borderlands, you can go one-on-one with each other if you want to. Just to see who's better.
Yeah, you
so
can,
every single time
you
I'll
can come
see
up and
like
punch somebody and duel them.
Yep. Every time I'll see like either cute kitty. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Alex wants to challenge me, or Jer, who's playing with us, wants to challenge me. I'm like, stop shooting me. I'm a good guy. I'm wearing pink because I want to stand out from the rest.
It doesn't matter. I still shoot you.
It still doesn't matter. But anyways,
it's a great game. We're addicted to it again.
Yeah, I can't wait to play more of it. It's gonna be good. And
really,
then,
I don't think we played anything else.
No. Did you play anything?
No, just I've been going back and forth between God of War 3 and Ghost Recon, and just going through those.
As far as watching goes, I mean,
Finally made it into season 9 of How I Met Your Mother.
Finally.
I'm glad you went ahead of me because
It's surprising me how many episodes from the end of season 8 and the beginning of season 9 are all about, spoiler alert, Barney and Robin's wedding, but it hasn't happened yet. It's
Right.
like 6 shows, and it's still the weekend before.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like this is. I mean, some of them are good, but I'm like, get on with it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
how I felt
Yeah.
with it. But
They-
I like season 9 though. That's the last season, right?
Yes.
Yes, I like season 9.
They weren't gonna do it unless
Season 8 felt like a drag.
Jason Segel wanted to.
Right.
Yeah, they
I
weren't
didn't.
gonna.
I thought I read something saying that none of them wanted to do season 9.
Yeah, I think that they were just doing.
Well, maybe
one
maybe
more.
it was
Well,
so
it's-
good because they realized this is the last one. We're wrapping it up. Let's make it our best.
At least
Yeah.
on the first few episodes, because I think I'm in episode 9, and they still haven't got married yet.
They don't get married.
don't get married till, like, the last couple episodes.
or two.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's on that road trip, and he's just not in it very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just like, give me a limited
Limited
workload.
amount of
but
work.
it's still pretty funny. And he's traveling with Sherry Shepherd.
Man, you are
who's
banging your
I know, it's
watch.
my watch. And she's can be funny at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But it's funny because there's one episode
Are you
where
gonna talk about the Packers and the Vikings?
no, that wasn't what I was going to
Okay.
to. But she's trying to like play as Lily, and he's trying to tell her about how he's a judge, and he's like, she's like, I can't wait to show you how I missed you in bed tonight. But it's Lily talking in her voice. It's pretty funny.
The part that I don't know if you got to it or not, but they're driving through Wisconsin, and
Packers. He has to
wear Packers. I'm from Minnesota, and I will never ever have any Packers memorabilia near me.
What if you lose a bet?
I don't gamble that much.
Don't tempt people.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, no. There's no way I'll wear anything Packers.
The only other thing but I talked Casey into watching Role Models because I love that movie.
That one's pretty funny. The LARP at the end is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes, she liked it, so I just love that movie.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Really funny.
I haven't watched that in a really long time.
Was it Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd?
And
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
The guy from Superbad?
McLovin. That's Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Okay, yeah. I don't know his
Jane
actual
Lynch,
name.
who's pretty funny in it as well.
I don't like her.
She's a 50-50. Like, I watch
Depends
Criminal
on the
Minds,
role.
and she's a very serious character in Criminal Minds.
She's in Criminal Minds?
Yeah, she's the mother of the cute guy.
Oh, the skinny guy?
The skinny guy.
Yeah.
And I really like him. I can't remember his name because I only watch the show off and on. But yeah, the smart geeky guy.
Don't BS a BSer.
Yeah.
We're gonna BS each other instead.
Is that a line from Role Models?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was from 40-Year-Old Virgin or not. Like
she's in that too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Isn't she the boss?
She's the boss.
At the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is in that as well.
Yeah. Paul Rudd. That's when Judd Apatow was like creating his own band.
I've never actually seen that whole movie.
40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
Anywho,
you can tell when the second act or third act comes. Like you can tell each part of the movie is like just there's a little difference of how it's going to progress.
Yeah.
But for watching, let's just jump into it.
I don't really want.
We finished 13 Reasons Why, and intense show. I'll say that.
I'll
for
let you
sure.
give your half of the opinion first.
Well, when we finished, just what they showed and what they talked about, it was controversial and very upsetting to people if they have if they're sensitive to. Spoiler alert, the show was about suicide.
It's not a spoiler alert. You know in the very first episode what's going to happen.
But you don't know what you're going to see.
You're pretty much,
Well,
that's going to happen. But yeah, I wasn't, just keep going. I'll share my...
We're not promoting this show anymore. I mean, last week we're like, oh man, it's an awesome show. You should pick up on it. But then we got to the last 3 episodes and it's just like, holy frick, like just a curveball.
Yeah.
Suddenly just we're like, okay, we should probably just continue. And what they showed on there, like for 4 episodes out of the entire season, I think it was 4 episodes, there's a warning that's saying this is graphic, this contains nudity, or not nudity,
scenes of rape and violence,
suicide and all that stuff. Oh man.
I don't think they made that clear enough.
Yeah.
I think that they should have these warnings before you start the show. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. And it's a book that's been out for like 10 years.
2007.
10 years. So, and my personal opinion on it is if you, how do I put this lightly? If you are in school and you notice somebody like talking someone down or something, show them this show. Because it's basically an anti-bully campaign. But if you are on the opposite side and you're being bullied, don't watch this show. Don't.
No. Because the thing I got out of what I've been hearing is that it glorifies the person after they're gone.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
You see it. I mean, of course, the whole show there's flashbacks to what she's talking about. Because we told you about she gets tapes, and then there's flash forwards to afterwards, the aftermath, like a couple weeks after, or a week after.
I think it all takes place within.
It doesn't even give a time frame.
It jumps back and forth depending on when they're in the future or I guess in the present. They'll say, "Oh, it's only been a week," or "It's only been 2 weeks." All of this takes place, like the future, within weeks after it happened.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that there hasn't been like an outcry of wanting an apology and stuff. But the thing is, like, you're gonna watch this show if you're interested in it. Just tread lightly on it. There's a scene or two that just really grab focal points that you just don't need. So,
okay.
Personally, I think that if you're gonna watch it, just watch it carefully, and if you see something that you don't want to see, skip it or stop.
Well, don't skip it. I would just not watch it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess if you're finished with your opinion, did you at least think it was a good?
It was good. The acting was more than subpar. It was good. I mean, it was okay. I didn't find a point where I was like, okay, I don't like the way this person acts, because the dialogue was written very well, and the music and everything, and how they portrayed this screenplay of this adaptation of this book. And it's like, well, I mean, they did just fine, and it wasn't...
They took a lot of nobodies and made them into this movie.
Yeah, because every single person we saw, we're like, I've seen that person before. I've seen that person before. And they've been on, like,
very, very not popular things.
The girl, Hannah Baker, the actress who plays her, was in 5 things on IMDb, and none of them were, like, mainstream. They were, like, indie things, and... It's like, holy cow, she landed this role, and now she's probably set for life in the acting world.
I don't know. I don't know.
Unless it's typecast. I mean, that can happen.
Maybe.
So.
My opinion on it, like Josh said, I don't really want to promote this show very much anymore. Listening to our podcast last week, we seemed very excited and like, oh, watch this show. It's amazing. It's a good show.
We were 6 episodes in?
We were I think we were on like tape 6 or something like that.
Well, no.
Or episodes, 6.
Episode 6, because you can't go by tape.
No, you don't go by tape.
Yeah.
But we had no idea kind of like what was in store. Like, you kind of know, I mean, the very first episode, they tell you what this is going to be about. Some girl killed herself, and she made tapes, and each side of the tape was a certain person that was a reason why she killed herself. And the tapes were supposed to go in order. The first person, or tape 1 or side 1, went to one person, and then the rules were listen to this, listen to all the way through, pass it to the next person. And it got to like the person that got it is like towards the end of the tapes. He listens to his, and that's when kind of everything starts to go downhill.
Alex, you're kind of spoiling it a little bit.
Not really. No, okay. No, not really. But there are some scenes like from episode 1 till I want to say episode 8,
7,
9, somewhere around there. It's pretty bland. Like, I found myself in and out of really liking the show only because it has a lot of today's technology in high school. So it's a lot of everybody texting and communicating through how it is today with teens in high school. And it's not the way it was 10 years ago when we were in high school. So it's I found myself with the lingo and there's no clicks. That's the other thing in there.
Yeah, that one really bothered me. No clicks.
Like everyone has their
own thing though. Like, there are jocks and there are nerds.
Yeah, but everybody talks to each other
like they know each other very well.
It's kind of all it's a little weird.
That kind of bothered me because... Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it just depends because, like, I know my graduating class, we were a class of cliques, but the class right below us, like, they got along with everybody for the most part.
That's lucky. If you go to a school where there's no cliques, if there's any high schoolers listening to us or anyone younger, you shouldn't be, but this is explicit. If you grow up with no cliques, thank your lucky stars.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Cliques really change perspective of high school and middle school.
And they do not last for the most part after high school.
Yeah, right.
They don't matter.
That's the thing. Like, I look at
they don't.
I'll get on one of my I'll get on mine, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm friends with all these people, but I never talked to them in high school or middle school or whatever. But I mean, they're friends, and they seem like standard people. It's like you finally get out of the funk of I'm better than you or I'm different than you. I don't want to talk to you. So continue with your...
Yeah, well, to go back is, yes, it's a good show, but like Brett says, it kind of glorifies the main character's suicide is what it does. I mean, it's not a spoiler alert. You know the last episode is going to be about her killing herself. It even it's got a warning and everything on there, but...
Slight spoiler alert, you see it.
I was kind of expecting it.
I wasn't.
The most controversial part that I'm going to talk about real quick is I thought, like, only because through the show, they show flashes of her doing it or afterwards or things like that. So I'm like, oh, they're probably going to show like a short clip of it actually happening. They they go in depth.
They show the whole thing.
They show the whole thing, and I'm getting chills talking about it just because this show or those last 2 episodes have messed me up. Like it's just sensitive.
It's sensitive material.
It's very, very hard to talk about. Like it was very real, very real. The reactions with the parents and everything. Like you do not want to watch this. Like if I would have known that's what I was going to see, I would have stopped watching it. But if you are a person that has any type of mental illness whatsoever, if you've got depression, if you're got anxiety, PTSD, anything like that, do not watch this show. Like it is what I would call a trigger.
And you may or may not feel like you are alone. You are not. There is help out there.
But no, there's been a lot of controversy about that because of how in depth they went in this show and showing the things that they did and the other scenes that are very graphic, and it's just I don't know. Overall,
Jesus, Brett.
Overall, it's a good show, but other than that, the last couple episodes, yes, I give it a good rating. I'm not going to promote it any more than what we talked about.
Brett,
it was just a very moving show.
Brett about knocked half this table over.
And if we get this video uploaded, you might be able to see it.
Yeah. Brett took his watch off and he punched his microphone and
didn't mean to.
About took some other ones down and just shook the table.
Well, I will probably still watch it just for now to see both sides. Because you remember when it first came out, people watched the first few episodes, it was great. And then when people started to finish it, it's like, ooh, maybe not.
Yeah,
well,
that's
the only reason I said, Josh, we should watch this is because it was a week ago, Sunday night, and I just saw my Facebook was blowing up about everybody going, man, this show is awesome. Oh my God. And then I saw people going, oh my God, the last episode made me cry and all this other stuff. And even guys were posting about it. And I'm like, okay, well, sure. I didn't watch a trailer for it. All we did was play episode 1. I had no idea. But if someone would have told me, this is what it is, I would have not have watched it.
Maybe not.
I don't think I would have. I really don't.
But yeah.
There's one other thing. Are we done with that?
I mean, unless you have anything you want to add with it.
Well, I have no opinions yet because I haven't watched anything.
So, but that response that you showed me, that actually that, like, I saw one of our former coworkers post it, and I read that, and I was like, wow.
I knew exactly what that was talking about, and I'm like, I see that exact side of the story.
There is no beauty in suicide.
No, absolutely not.
None whatsoever.
I mean, like Josh said, if you were a person that ever grew up being bullied, it's just, it'll mess with you is what it will. It's very serious, very in depth, and it will pull strings is what it'll do.
I'm sure a lot of people were picked on in schools when they were younger or anything. It happens to everybody, but some point it stops, some point not.
On the thought of suicide alone, this is just my opinion. A lot of people say, well, it's the coward's way out.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's their opinion. I guess the way I see it is, you have to be in some serious self-pain or whatever you want to call it to do that. And if that's if that's what you feel is your only option, even though it's a terrible thing, I don't think, nobody has a right to judge anybody. So
No.
I don't like saying that this person is a coward because they killed themselves.
Right?
No,
I don't think that's fair. So
I don't.
Maybe stating whether or not they had any other option is just one thing to another.
No, but the bottom line is if that person killed themselves and you knew them and you obviously didn't know them enough to know.
Right, exactly.
But no, I don't know. We'll get off the subject of this. We don't need it. It's too serious to be talking about.
We went dark.
So
let's.
I guess bottom line is, hey, if that's the thoughts that you're thinking of, there are hotlines, there are places, there are there are people to talk to.
Yeah. So moving on from there, do you want to talk about Star Wars?
Well, hold on, I got one more thing.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
I only watched. Casey's been watching it, but it was like a half episode of when FX did that short mini series of the O.J. Simpson trial. I forget what it was called.
I think that's on Hulu.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Oh, maybe it's on Netflix. I don't know. I think I know. Okay. Well, I think I know what you're talking about because I think I've skimmed over it.
It's got Cuba Gooding plays OJ.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I watched half an episode last night and it was real interesting. And I remember that trial. Now I was in 4th grade, so I didn't watch it with great detail. But I do remember being in lunch on the day of the verdict, and we actually turned it on in the lunchroom
Really?
in an elementary school because that's
The People
how,
versus O.J. Simpson.
Yes, that's how high profile it was.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
And we watched the verdict on TV.
I do
in the
not
lunchroom.
remember that.
That glove did not fit.
Okay.
You don't remember the Lil Dicky song, the 90s?
No, never mind.
What?
Anyway, so that looks pretty interesting. So I'm going to check that out on my next thing when I look for something.
Yeah, like said when we finished 13 Reasons, I said to Alex, was like, now what? Like, we have nothing to watch right now for TV series. We kind of delved
I'm
into
kind of just
like,
waiting for Rick and Morty.
That's this summer.
I know.
It's been officially announced. I don't think we announced that or said anything
I don't
about
think we
that.
did.
It
No.
got announced last weekend or whatever. That's they're going to have a longer season, like 14 episodes.
That'll be awesome.
Instead of 10 or 11. That
I don't remember. I just remember we watched like the whole thing, and
I've watched that episode twice of season.
I know
3,
I've seen a couple episodes a few times. The only two that I know of that mess me up like that are just kind of like
Mr. Meeseeks.
Mr. Meeseeks, and the Purge one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, I thought the one where they were all fake, like the fake aliens were inside their house. You know what I'm talking about? Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Oh
and
yeah,
the Butler. And,
yes, uh-huh.
yeah. That one kind of messed me up.
I know. It's just I don't know. It's a fun show, but it's also it goes a little far.
yeah. They pushed the gray line just a little bit.
A little bit.
So. Anyways, can we?
Star Wars.
Can we?
Star Wars.
Which thing do you want to talk about first?
Let's go with The Last Jedi.
Yeah. That was just a teaser,
if
too.
anybody doesn't know already,
The Last Jedi trailer. Well, if they follow us
The
on
teaser.
Instagram,
yeah, or Facebook or anything else,
But I mean, if you're living under a rock, you haven't seen this trailer.
pretty
teaser
much,
trailer.
or unless you don't care about Star Wars.
So,
This was one that I was okay with watching the trailer.
yeah, you've been getting into watching trailers. I think it's because of me
I
and
wouldn't
Alex.
go so far with that.
Well, you saw Thor.
You watched Thor?
I did
And
because
you-
I did it for work purposes. Meaning this, I didn't do it because I wanted to. I thought I better watch this because I know we're going to talk about it.
It was an awesome
which we
trailer.
didn't talk about.
Thor.
Oh no, I think we skipped over that. We didn't. We ran out of time last week.
Yeah, maybe we can touch on
Well,
it.
let's
'Cause
just talk Star Wars.
It's all Disney
Let's
anyway.
talk Star
so it's
Wars
all
real
Disney.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gone on record saying what I loved the most about Episode 7 was they hinted at the possibility of Luke being bad, and I think I sensed that again in this trailer, and I
did
love
too.
it.
I called that many years. No, not many years. Yeah, many years ago. It's 2 years. No,
There is some fight.
15.
year and a half.
There's some fight in social media over the last part of the teaser where it's the
Jedi must end.
The Jedi
I'm
must
sorry.
end.
I
People are saying that's not Luke's voice. That is Kylo
Kylo?
Ren's voice. I haven't gone back and listened to it again, so it's like, but I don't know if they just make it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards it the way that you talked about it. I think Luke might turn.
I hope he does.
Or he already
That would
has.
be-
Or he has.
That would be great.
And maybe he knows he has. That's why he secluded himself to the island because he doesn't want to.
So
I don't know.
was
There's so much.
Kylo Luke's first apprentice? Is that what it was? Or he had a few actually.
No,
right?
he was
That's-
on that other.
That's never been said.
The Knights
before.
of Ren.
Yeah.
Or were what killed all the younglings that Luke was training. I just wonder if Kylo was his first.
I don't know. They didn't say that.
Yeah.
I know. There's so many questions that. But
many questions.
Who's the director?
I don't know.
Of this one, it's not
J.J.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
he is not directed.
I'm gonna say he did. He was the one and done.
He wrote the screenplay or something.
Either way,
But
there
I'll
was
look.
there was an IGN article that I read saying that whoever the director was or said in this movie you will know who Rey's parents are.
Right,
like
I
it
saw
will
that.
be answered. That is the question that was up in the air for the longest time. Who is Rey's parentage? It will be answered. It has been confirmed that we will know, but we won't know till Christmas.
The director, his name is Rain Johnson. He is known for directing Looper,
Okay.
and he's got a couple other ones, but he's mainly kind of like he's only directed 9 films. Great. Let's put him into Star Wars. He did
Well.
Breaking Bad. He did 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. So,
I think it'll be fine.
yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we need to say about it.
Well,
other than
It looks awesome.
it does look very good.
One thing I want to touch on is why the hell was Kylo Ren's mask smashed? Like, he needs it now more than ever.
I'm gonna say it's like he got his face.
He got cut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a new mask.
Maybe. I know. I liked how scary he was with the mask.
I didn't
on.
like the mask. I liked the way his voice sounded.
I liked the mask.
Yes.
I liked his voice. I hated that he could take the mask off.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was one thing. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Maybe they'll bring out another trailer for like Guardians or Thor.
That was the other thing I read today.
What?
They're making a Guardians 3.
3, yes, it's been confirmed.
But it will be the last Guardians is what has also been confirmed.
Right. That's okay, though.
But this trailer came out at the end of Star Wars Celebration, which, because it was 40 years.
40 years.
Star Wars.
Holy cow.
They had, I saw just a montage on IGN, but they had a life-size, or what would they think is a life-size TIE fighter. It was huge. It was awesome.
That would be awesome to sit in.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I would piss my pants.
It would be
oh my
real good.
Yeah.
The only other thing, there was the Battlefront
2. We watched it.
Which I never really played. I bought it on sale, but I never played much of the first one.
Josh played it.
We were playing it. I was playing it with you.
Yeah, but we didn't play much of it.
No, it's because it's
all match made.
No, it has no single player campaigning,
which the 2 does.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah,
it's been confirmed.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Well,
I know. I watched the trailer for it, and I watched Josh play Battlefront 1. And I what I liked about it from watching it was it's beautiful.
Beautiful game.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. No, it really was. Like, it looked real. And then we watched the gameplay for 2, and it looks even better. Yeah. I didn't think it could get any better than that.
Darth Maul versus Yoda. I saw that at the end. I was like, oh my God.
Like, I might even play it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I just hope that they perfect it what they couldn't do in the first one.
I think they will. I mean, the first one.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you take the first one, you realize what everybody wants for a second one, and hopefully you
the first one
in the game
is good. It's just incomplete because of no, and in my opinion, because of no.
I think EA probably rushed DICE to finish it.
It's possible,
but
just because you want to have it on the same year as your movie, because make a buttload of money then.
Make money, make that bank. So, yeah, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2, did they say what day it's coming out? Is it coming out this fall?
It is this fall, but I don't know if there's been a date.
Can't wait for E3. There's going to be so many announcements.
I will say something like, we were showing my uncle the Star Wars trailer on Easter, and it said something like, you see the first part of it, and it's getting intense, and then it flashes like, this Christmas. And it said this Christmas, and I'm like, can every Christmas for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Every third, anyway, or every other.
It's every other for the episode ones, but
the side stories.
They're doing episode 8 this Christmas, and then they're doing the Han Solo one in May,
and then the Boba Fett
and then
one.
They're skipping a year. They're skipping
it's
until
coming in May.
Yeah, so basically it goes episode 8 this Christmas, and then 5 months later it's the Han Solo one, and then they're gonna skip an entire year and then bring out episode 9
in May,
and then there's
so that would be 18? December of 19.
December of 19.
Okay,
and then the next year is gonna be the Boba Fett.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then they don't have any plans yet, but
as far as we know,
they got to
make a backstory on Yoda.
That might work.
There's
so much canon. They could do so much.
The amount of material is just completely overwhelming.
Look what they did with Rogue One. They took an idea and just ran with it.
Yep.
How did the plans get to the Rebels? Amazing. That's all.
I love it.
We should watch it again.
I kind of want to listen to our podcast.
Oh, yeah, the Aftercast?
The Aftercast on Rogue One. You could just tell we were so hyped for watching that movie.
The hype is real.
It was so awesome.
Oh man, the AC just kicked on. I'm feeling a little breeze going in here.
So, in regards to major franchises, Fate of the Furious came out on Friday.
Oh, I was going to talk to you about that.
Do you want to go see it?
Yeah, do you want to go see it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would see it, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to.
Okay, well, we need to plan that because I want to see it. I don't give a crap about the storyline. I just like seeing nice cars go boom.
Exactly.
Is it getting good reviews?
It's getting good reviews.
It actually got it like an 8 or something from IGN.
Yes, and It is the largest global opening weekend at the box office ever.
Are you serious?
I read that
topping
Star Wars?
every single freaking movie that's come out.
I'm pretty sure I read it on. There was a story on Facebook.
Fate of the Furious has beat out freaking Avengers.
Now again, it's very specific. Opening weekend at the box office. Global opening global weekend at the box office.
Well, you look at the Avengers. That one, I'm pretty sure if it
I'm
toppled
thinking. I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking Star Wars.
The Avengers was bigger than Star Wars.
No way.
I'm gonna say no way.
Not a chance.
Oh, let's see here. You had Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. You had 2 Hulk
Josh?
movies. You had 2
It's
Thor
Josh,
movies.
It's Star Wars.
That's already 7 movies.
It's
Biggest movie
Star
franchise
Wars.
on the planet. Now,
Fine.
I did not confirm that. I just read it, but it didn't really surprise me because each movie gets bigger.
Yeah. But yeah, we need to schedule
They
that.
need
We
to
need
go
to go
back
as a
to
podcast to go
street
see that.
racing. That's what I want them to do. I want them to go back to their origins.
Well, it just evolves. It's
If
not,
you want to do that,
they
then
can't
go back to
until-
episode movie 1.
they can't go back until they take several years off because it would be like, oh, well, they did that already.
Well, I'm not saying go somewhere else. Go down
has
to
to
Brazil
be-
or something.
Well, you know, they had to change something up, and they got a major twist, turning Vin Diesel.
yeah, that's
Field.
something
So,
else.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to play out, but
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm kind of up in the air about. I'm not really sure how.
Wasn't sure.
I'm sure that's all just it's a play. Is
they
what it
did
is.
kind of the major players in the cast has kind of shifted,
Mhm.
and it started to before this one, but now it's it's Tyrese and it's Ludacris and it's Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson has taken a much bigger part of the star,
Yeah.
you know,
I heard the jail scene with him
and Statham.
and
Jason
Statham is
Statham.
actually like
Apparently
it's worth it to see.
Them going back and forth is pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I kind of can't wait to see that. That'll be fun.
Charlize Theron is in it,
Yeah.
and
She's
Kurt,
a good actress.
Kurt Russell's back too.
Did you ever see Mad Max Fury
I
Road?
did not.
You should see
I say
that.
you should see that. That's a pretty good movie.
That's going to be a classic.
Mhm.
It's going to be. It took them 5 years to make or something. Like
Oh, I don't remember.
because
It was
Tom
a while.
Hardy's
Yeah.
schedule and Charlize Theron's schedule.
It's just
and stuff.
if you don't look at it for the storyline, it's an amazing.
Practical effects.
Practical effects are just out of the water. Like whoa.
Think of episode 7 and episode 4 of Star Wars. Those were all practical effects. That's what they did with Mad Max. Practical stunts and all that stuff.
It's just makeup. Everything is just on
point.
point.
It's on fleek.
On fleek.
So,
Ready?
You want to get into
Dude,
90s?
I am ready.
All right. So, if you guys don't, we didn't even announce what we were going to talk about. Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We are going to go back to our nostalgia, which we are.
We're gonna do another segment of a decade of nostalgia, is what
There
we
it is.
call it.
Yes, I couldn't think. I went.
So this time, if you're not familiar with it, we've been going through each year of the 90s. Just we don't really have a certain time if we do it every 4 weeks or anything like that. It's just when we feel like talking about it. But we did 1990 when we first started, and then now we're on 98.
1998.
So if you want to go back and hear, you'll have to go back to listen to the other episodes on our podcast.
We hadn't done this since January.
I say it's
so,
been a while.
what are we going to cover first?
I don't know. What do you guys want to do first?
I think we'll do. Let's just do the movies.
You want to go with the big one first?
All right, well, I guess we don't have to.
I don't know, do you want to? I know I've got music up. If you want to do,
You wanna do music?
So we're gonna do top just things that matter to us, or the things that bring up nostalgia for us when we were younger. So 1998, we would have been 10 or 13.
I was 11.
Yeah, so 10.
So you were 10.
So yeah, we're gonna do just top. We've never done music before, at least I don't think we have. But since we were in our pre-teens now, or Brett as a teenager, music's starting to become a thing in our lives. So we figured we start with we would do music this time.
Yeah.
So some of the. Do you guys want to do music first?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the ones I had just pulled up, like 1998 top 100 Billboard. So there's a couple big ones. So one is Truly Madly Deeply by Savage Garden.
That's Savage Garden, yeah.
See, here's the problem I have with music. I am not most likely going to know the song by the title.
I thought when we were
artist.
just talking about that, like last week, you were or no, it was another song that you showed me by it was Savage Garden. I
It was. I don't even know the title, but I know what song you're talking about.
Yeah.
Truly Madly Deeply.
Let's see here.
I'm looking at it right now. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, came out in 98.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
Like it was a single.
I saw that one. Let's see. Another one would be.
Oh, it looks like it was released in Canada.
I mean,
why am
Usher-
I looking at Canada?
Getting Jiggy with It by Will Smith is on there,
yeah.
so you would know that one. My Way by Usher's on there.
I don't know very much Usher. I'll be honest.
I was a huge fan. Backstreet's Back or Everybody by Backstreet Boys.
Was
Yeah.
that 98?
That was in 98. That right
my
there. Just I get
gosh.
chills even saying the name. I love that song.
That brought the boy bands.
Like when we go to flashbacks and that is on, like if I'm gonna be the girl right now, I'm gonna be like, that is my jam.
No, the
because that
place-
is my jam.
White girl.
The place goes crazy when that song comes on.
Because
Flashbacks,
it's
yeah.
an amazing song. Like I think Backstreet Boys took like a little break.
Alex, put your hand down. You're probably blocking.
Oh, I'm
Brett.
sorry. Backstreet Boys
You
took
were
like a little
too.
break, and
Was
then
it? I'm sorry.
they came back with this album, and then it's like they came back is what it was.
Wait
and
a
that's what
minute,
the
I
song
thought
is.
that was their debut album.
No.
No, that's their second album.
Yes,
Well, what was Millennium? Was that their third?
That's
that
the
was their
third.
third
I'll be
album.
darned.
Yeah.
We were actually just discussing this over lunch like last weekend.
Yeah, we were like, okay, so we were talking about Backstreet Boys, and we are like, okay, so their first one was called Backstreet Boys, and then the second album was called, what was their second album, Alex? Do you remember?
You know what? I don't remember.
And then the third was Millennium.
The third, yeah. So there's also I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
By Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Oh, everybody knows that
Yeah,
song.
that's one of my favorites.
Made even more famous. Well, maybe not made famous, but everybody remembers from Armageddon, which
Yeah,
we'll get
we're going to
to.
be talking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know if you guys remember, but This Kiss by Faith Hill.
yes.
This kiss, this kiss.
Oh my god. So see, music's fun.
That is the one of the 3 songs that I wrote down because I didn't recognize anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything.
No, I just
um,
looked at top
okay.
charts.
Did you just say? "Du-du-du-du-du-du"?
Did it? So I don't know if it's by Chumbawamba. The
I
Tub
get tub
thumping.
thumping. I
Tub
get
thumping.
knocked down.
Yeah, so
but I
that-
get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. And then, did you know what the first line is in the chorus?
Pissing the night away.
yes, I never do that until
How do
I
you
was
do?
older.
How do you piss the night away?
Well, maybe it means like wasting.
No,
it.
it's talking. The whole night is the whole song is talking about being drunk. If you guys have ever looked at the lyrics, I get knocked down, but then I get up again, and then they talk. Like if you look at the lyrics, it's all about a night
Shouldn't
of drinking.
it be? I fall down and I get up.
I fucking I fell on my face, but I get up again.
Here's another big one: "One Week" by Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been 1 week. See,
The one song nobody can sing.
well, same with Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. They have like a part in there where it's like just the most ridiculous back-to-back lyrics. It's just, you can't even.
There's also let's see here, "Baby One More Time" is on there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bring it.
yeah.
Wait, what does that mean?
I mean, I remember that and having the biggest crush, as every guy
who
my age
Didn't. I
'cause
mean,
she was hot.
she was.
There's also
So was Faith Hill, by the way.
Josh.
Was,
I don't know if
yeah.
Brett will. Well, I don't know. I don't know what songs that you know. The Rockefeller Shank
Nope.
Who
or
was
Skank
that by?
Rockefeller by Fat Boy Slim.
Fat Boy Slim.
That's that. Oh my God. It's good. It's.
It's okay. If you don't remember,
I'll remember the lyrics in a second because it's one of those. It's the
yeah.
the movie. Everybody in this high school is now a professional dancer.
Not another teen movie?
Yes. Yeah. Or no, the one that the movie it makes.
She's
fun
All
of.
That?
She's all that. It's that song that from the dance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Goodness.
I don't know what is happening here.
She's All That? You never saw that movie?
A long time ago.
Okay. Oh.
Saw it once and I'm like, okay. But saw not another teen movie where
Okay, well, moving on. I guess it'll come back up.
I
in my
keep
head.
on wanting to watch that, and Alex is like, no, we have to be with Brett if we ever watch
that's
this
a
movie.
good point. You do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. "Spice Up Your Life" by Spice Girls. That was a big one.
Spice up your life.
Is that how it goes?
Nah, sure.
No, I don't know. That wasn't it.
Or
Okay, Alex, I think
I'm gonna
we can
say, I was like,
close it
I
up.
think
There's one you haven't mentioned that I have.
Which one?
I don't even remember. I lost it. It was Lenny Kravitz. Get Away, I think.
Get Away.
Where the heck did it
I
go?
want to run away.
That song?
No, I don't think so. Brett, your list is... Brett's shifting through all of his paper here.
Oh, here you go. It's that song, but it's called Fly Away
Fly Away.
by Lenny Kravitz.
I Want You Back by NSYNC. That was another big
Apparently,
one.
nobody cares.
I was listening. I was listening. Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. Alex should have been the one to react to that because, you know, her history in music.
That and
Nice and Slow by Usher. That was another good one, too.
All right, I think we can close it up.
Yeah. Oh, and then All My Life by Casey and JoJo. Okay,
My gosh,
I'm done.
Alex. Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
I'm gonna. You guys start. I really need to look
You need to get closer to your mic.
that one song I was talking about, the Rockefeller.
What are we doing next, Brett?
Let's do video games. That'll
video
be short.
games? Yeah, I looked at
There's only I only wrote down 4.
Right about now.
Funk Show Brothers.
I
Check
like
it
that
out.
song.
That song. That's the song.
What's it called?
The Rockefeller Skank.
Okay.
Yeah.
By Fat Boy Slim.
Okay.
Like, that's the song. I was like, I can't hear it, but all I had was this kiss in my head because we were talking about it. Couldn't get it out
Alex,
of my
we're
head.
doing 1998 in video games
This is like
now.
prime Nintendo 64 year.
I thought it was more PlayStation because that's all I
Well,
saw.
It was a lot of PlayStation.
I mean,
right? PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
But I say in 64 because of Zelda Ocarina of Time
yeah.
and Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. I saw that Rogue Squadron was on there. I was like, oh my God, I played
wish
the
I
crap
could
out of that.
put-
game.
I don't think I
I
played that one.
wish the 64, no console does until the 1 and the PS4, but measured hours for 64, it's
Yeah.
high. I remember because they gave you a medal for mission, like effectiveness, and me and Andrew golded all of them.
Did you ever do any of the cheats?
I got the Naboo Starfighter,
There's
which
that one.
irritated me because I don't see how a starship from 30 years ago is going to be better than anyone that are
Right.
current.
So you did you unlock the Millennium Falcon?
Did
The A-Wing?
yes,
Oh, of course, that was one of the first ones. What am I saying?
Y-wing,
There's
X-wing,
YXA,
and then
the B, the
which
B-wing.
one's the B-wing?
The B-wing looks like it's just a little pod, and then it's got a wing that comes off, but then it splits off into 3.
I'm gonna have to Google that because I don't remember that. But
It's pretty cool.
There was the TIE Interceptor, which was practically
Yes.
useless because there's no shields.
And then the one that I really liked cheat code-ing is the Cadillac.
Oh, I never did that, but I know of it.
Yeah, the black Cadillac that you can fly around. It's like, why?
Anything?
Did you ever play Rogue Squadron?
No.
No.
I saw people play it, but I never played it.
Andrew's-
The only Star Wars game I played was the pod racing game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Andrew still has my 64. I need to get back.
I think that's 99 when that came out, so you'll be able to talk about that next time
Another
we do
one
this.
I wrote down was WWF Warzone,
I never played Warzone.
which was way different than like in WCW versus NWO,
Yeah.
and of that the THQ ones.
Mm-hmm. Who developed?
I
the other
don't
one?
remember. I think it was Acclaim.
Oh, yeah, those two went head to head.
There was Warzone, and then there was
No Mercy,
No, it was Attitude.
Attitude, and
I
then
had them both.
and then WrestleMania 2000 came out, and it's like, oh my god,
It was better. I mean, those two. There was some okay stuff about it, but the other ones were better.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, when you started a match, there would be these one-liners,
Mm-hmm.
and The Rock. It was in his early days. It was either right around when he changed to The Rock, or he was still Rocky Maivia.
Mm-hmm.
And his one-liner was, "Who is this Rudy Poo?" It was pretty funny.
Did you ever play Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh yeah, that was one of the first games that we played when we got our 64s, me and Andrew, and I really loved it. Never finished it, but really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm going through the rest of.
Thought it was a better platformer at the time. Maybe not better, but just as good as Mario 64, and now it holds up way better than Mario 64.
Spyro the Dragon was on this.
That
when it
was
came out.
one of Sony's platformers.
Mm-hmm. And StarCraft came out this year. That's a big PC game. Like Blizzard, they did games like once every 10
RTS.
years. Yeah, pretty much. Sonic Adventure came out. I played Adventure 2, but I hear that the first one was much better. So it's kind of what happens with sequels.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through here if there's anything else. Do you have anything else Brett, Alex,
Nope.
no. I mean, video games, they were mainly, everything was coming out for the first PlayStation at this time, and Nintendo 64 was taking a back seat to getting a lot of third-party releases because of all the space. What? You look
I
like
know
you
we
have to
weren't
say
going to do toys, but just in case, because I knew we were going to skip over it if we didn't look it up.
Okay.
There's 2 big ones.
Well, we're done with video games, right? I mean, there was nothing really like that changed my life of video games
Well,
in
it's
'98.
I look at it as what is,
One will,
what would
because
you
this
still
is a video
play?
game.
What would you still play? And for me, that's definitely Rogue Squadron.
Right, and there was Rogue Squadron and
Even Banjo, even though it's not technically on the 64, because you can play it on the Xbox One now.
what year did Revenge come out?
That was somewhat early. That was probably 97.
Alex, you can go. Here, actually, hold on. NWO Revenge. This came out in '98.
Oh, I didn't see
Well,
that
it's not even on the
list.
list. Yeah, it's the sequel to WCW versus NWO's World Tour. It came out October 26, '98. What the deuce, Google?
Yeah.
Not giving me all the answers.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, that one I cried for Christmas, and I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was... You have no idea.
I remember that it was when WCW was ahead of WWF.
Yes.
Or it might have been right around the Monday Night Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was really good. I remember playing as Goldberg and doing the spear, which you didn't need a special to do.
Just looking at the... Man, our internet's really slow today. Just looking at the game cover, you have no idea how many times I rented this freaking thing. I rented this game a lot.
Before you got it for Christmas.
Yeah. Whenever I saw that it was in, most
And I
of the
remember
time.
that, didn't it have like, you could fight for the championship and you had to win like 9 matches before you got the belt.
Every single one that you did, you had to go through an entire tournament practically about. You know what I did just to cheat? I kept on knocking them down outside, and then once the referee got to 9, I went in and won.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay, I lied. There's 3 because I think this one you guys will remember too.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, so if we go to toys, there's 3 toys from 1998 that popped up that at least I remember. I know 2 out of the 3 you guys definitely know. First one, which is the one I don't think you guys remember, but I do because I feel like everybody had it, was the AM FM CD player blast box.
That was one by Nickelodeon. Yeah.
So it was the Nickelodeon boom box is what it was.
Mhm.
Never had one.
So
No?
you never saw anybody with that?
Nope.
It even came with like this, what they call it, a calculator. So it was like some gack with a calculator on it.
Must have been
I had the calculator. Like I
must
think
have been
someone
a-
gave me the calculator.
Must have been a city kid thing.
Must have been a city kid
well-
thing. Okay, so you want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the big one that I figured we would, if we didn't look it up, we would miss.
Oh, Game Boy, Pokemon Red and Blue. That came out in '98.
That came out in 98.
It was $40.
That's what it said.
Now
yeah.
you bought one or the other, right?
Yeah.
I had red.
I had blue.
But it wasn't.
Oh, actually, I had red and yellow.
No, I had red.
I had red and yellow.
Yeah.
And then the last one, which was kind of huge.
Yeah.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I had a Game Boy and I had a Tamagotchi.
Did you have a Tamagotchi or Gigapet?
No, but I had a friend who had one, and then I messed
Yeah.
around with.
I don't know if you guys know, but there is an actual, like, I freaked out in Chicago when we were living in Chicago and this app came out, is the actual Tamagotchi or Gigapet app came out, and it was exactly the same buttons. Like, it looked like the actual Tamagotchi with the 3 buttons, and you just you touched it and you fed it and you played with it, and it did the same thing, and you could put on notifications for like when it was hungry, and eventually it got annoying after a couple days.
Oh.
But it was a bunch of nostalgia coming back, and I'm like, oh my god, I used, like, the biggest thing, like, you were the cool kid if you had like 5 Tamagotchis hanging off of keychains, and honestly, it was like a full-time job feeding them and playing with them and pick up after them and bathing them. Oh my god,
That's the way life was before phones. Like, we had
like, that was the
small
cool electronic thing to
electronics.
have.
Yeah.
I had so many Tamagotchis.
I had a koala.
Oh, I don't, because the animal ones came out. Yeah,
That was
so
I think that was Gigapets.
that might have been.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the difference between Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis, I think, were just a little orb that you fed. And
That's what it
All
was?
that. Yeah, and I think
Okay.
Gigapets were actual animals.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah. Either way, it was because there was the Dynapets or the dinosaur one too.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to?
But yeah, that was it. That's all I had for toys. But I knew we were going to skip over some big ones if we didn't do toys.
Yeah.
TV shows.
They're
Not much to say here, but a couple things.
debuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One big one, because it's a lot of people call for Cartoon Network to go back to what they used to do versus what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And that is Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that last
I never
night.
actually watched Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, I did.
But
I know Josh did too.
it was that stint of Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Ed, and Eddie. That is like Cartoon Network gold that they got away from.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have you watched Johnny Bravo lately?
It's hard.
It's difficult to watch. He's such an asshole.
He's an idiot, which is why it's funny.
Yeah,
but
he's
that's
an
one
asshole.
that I think you got to watch with people while you're drinking.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
I remember going through this last night, and I saw. Do you have another one?
Well, I've got several more things.
Is Cat Dog on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Cat Dog. I watched a lot of Cat Dog.
Class Geek
which is the same thing as I said for Powerpuff Girls, but for Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Because you had Cat Dog, you had Angry Beavers, you had
Angry Beavers.
You had
Cow and Chicken.
No, that wasn't on Nickelodeon.
Oh, was it?
Rocko's Modern Life. You had All Real we've said them all before.
Rugrats.
Yes. So, in that line of, that's when,
How much did you like Cat Dog, though?
It was all right. I watched it because it was on. Like,
yeah.
I don't remember being super into it, but I watched it all the time. Like, if we were at Grandma's, she was the one that had cable, and like that was on, so that's what I watched.
Exactly. Like it's just something that's.
I wasn't excited when it came on. I was excited when Ed, and Eddie came on. Like that was
really.
I still like watching it because it's just they're so stupid. Like it's funny.
I can eat the grass.
That's the one who's really stupid.
Yeah,
it's Ed.
The tall one, Ed.
Ed Double D or Ed?
Ed.
Ed. Ed.
Just Ed.
Okay.
He's the first one, and
so
then the
how
middle
do you
one.
say the other Ed?
Ed.
It's Ed.
Ed double D, and then Eddie.
That's what they called him. They called him Double D.
Double D was the one with the hat and the red shirt, and then Eddie was the one who was always like screechy, and I hated Eddie.
I don't like Eddie.
He's the worst.
Another one.
Yeah,
King of Queens, which was Kevin James's kind of debut into
before he went into terrible movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I never watched.
But he is in Grown Ups, which I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at King of Queens. I don't know how good it is, because it's kind of one of those. If nothing else is on, you can put it on and have it for background.
Right.
And there are some parts that are funny. Jerry Stiller's in it, and he's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And Leah Remini was hot.
I never really watched it, but yeah.
I mean, it's in my opinion, it's completely forgettable.
Yeah.
I remember it was on kind of CBS's stretch with Yes Dear. And maybe Becker, when they had their comedy lineup.
Becker came out in '98 as well.
Yeah,
and I think on the same network was Mad About You. I think.
No, I thought that was on ABC.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's been 20 years since.
The next two, Josh, one is really, really close to me, and one's close to you. And we'll go with yours first, and that's Dawson's Creek.
It's not close to me.
I thought you really liked it.
I watched it when I was in high school.
I was going to say, I remember you watching that quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons, and then
maybe
stopped.
maybe that's what it was.
I never watched it, and I don't even think
I watched a little bit, and I can't even... No, I'm not even going to comment on it, because I don't really remember any of it.
I just remember, Josh Jackson, because he was in the Mighty Ducks movies.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson. He's still doing stuff today. I mean,
so is Vanderbeek.
Yeah, but Katie Holmes is not
anymore. Too much.
No.
After Mad Money, or is that what that movie was called that she came out with?
I don't
it was
remember.
No idea.
Terrible.
Next one.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to tell. Is it the last one?
No, I got one other one or two other ones.
Are you going to save the big one for last?
I guess I can. Yeah. So we'll skip that one I was going to say, and we'll go with. Never watch it, but it's so good whenever you see it, even if it's on YouTube or whatever. But Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes. So good.
Yes.
So good.
I watched that was one of those when we after dinner. That's what the family would sit down and watch. Is we would watch Whose Line.
Okay.
And there's times where I would be crying.
Yes.
I was laughing. So
I'm
much.
going to say this.
It is hilarious.
I hated Wayne Brady.
Really?
I
He was
hated
so
the singing.
good.
No,
I
I
hated the
love-
singing.
no.
The singing could fuck off with Whose Line.
No, I loved
I
it.
liked props and scenes from a hat. And the
those-
dating one.
Okay.
And the news one.
Props was always my favorite. But
Yes.
I didn't like the
Okay,
singing as much,
there was-
but I liked
so is
Wayne
the
Brady.
singing when it's like one of those commercials?
No, it's
No,
Wayne
when-
Brady would have a
get-
guest come down and he would talk about them.
They have to make up a song about that person.
Like, I like your
and what
teeth,
they
or
do.
I like
they say,
your...
hey, Brett, what do you do? I do this. All right, we're going to make a song about Brett because he does this.
Now, but there was also a segment where Colin and Ryan would be like those commercial people, and they would come up with ridiculous... It was like a commercial for, 5,000 songs on this one topic.
Yeah, I love that.
That one was funny.
Okay, that was
one
Wayne
was
singing,
fine because it
and
was
our greatest
mixed.
hit, blah, blah, blah. Then they'd sing about it.
I didn't...
Oh, it's so funny.
I didn't like the hoedowns.
No, okay, yeah. Out of all of it, I did not like the hoedowns.
But just Ryan and Colin, and
Ryan and
Wayne,
Colin,
and then whoever
I
their
love
guest,
them.
their guest was, the guest spot was usually really good too.
Richard Simmons on there was
Oh
the
my
best.
gosh.
That one. Oh,
That video, I watched it on Facebook. Somebody had shared it.
Robin Williams was on there too.
Robin Williams was on there.
Yeah, he was
The
awesome.
Richard Simmons one is so funny. And
good.
You can't hear anything because the audience is
laughing
so loud.
I'm gonna. Okay.
God, we need to
Guys.
we might have to just link that to our
Yes,
Facebook or Twitter
I think
and stuff
so.
for you guys to look at.
Is
It's
Richard
so funny.
Simmons straight?
I don't think so.
See, I never could tell, and I still
Like,
can't.
you know what,
Is
I
he
just-
still alive?
He is
Yes.
still alive. There was
Okay.
actually a story out kind of a few weeks ago wondering about
Are you gonna
his
look it up,
well-being,
Alex?
and he is alive.
See, I don't know.
I know
I've
he's
never
alive.
really.
Well,
no,
you know
no,
what
I don't know if he's straight.
You know
I've
what
never
he's
known.
known for, right?
Yeah, his aerobics.
Correct.
Yeah.
I type in is Richard in the top 3 things on Google. Is Richard Pryor dead?
Yes.
Is Richard Simmons dead? Is Richard Simmons still alive?
Okay.
Well, it's because he's not doing anything. I mean, when you're out of the limelight like that, people just don't. They don't know.
Is Richard Simmons really missing? Came up.
It's because there was reports that they weren't sure where he was. But
Really?
He's kind of I think he's just at home,
Maybe, yeah.
But so there's one other thing about Whose Line. So it was on the ABC Family at like 11 o'clock at night when
Yeah.
it wasn't in prime time anymore.
Yeah.
And to promote it, they would play this short clip of Drew, and he's laughing so hard just for like a minute straight, and they just show him he's just laughing. It's great stuff.
Did you try to watch the remake?
I did not.
It had Colin and Ryan. And did you find it, Alex? You didn't look.
No.
And it was hosted by Aisha Tyler,
Right?
which from Archer.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the talk, I think.
speaking of which,
was on
the
CBS.
new season of Archer's on
I saw.
Netflix. I'm surprised you haven't gotten on top of that.
I've kind of
No,
up.
it's good. Archer's
good.
I'm
good.
sure it is, but so was it? I mean, Whose Line to me is it's got to be Drew and the other 3 and whoever's the guest.
What was the one where he hits his head on the light bulb?
It's when he was trying to be some woman or something whose hair is attracted to inanimate objects.
Who
or
was it
something.
that-
Her hair always gets stuck in things.
I don't remember. But who hits their head on...
Ryan.
It's Ryan?
He hits the neon and it just shatters.
That's right.
He's like, whoop! He just runs right into it.
Do you remember when they would do the chef and
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be
with the hands behind
Colin's-
and
Yes,
Yep,
I
and
love that.
And it would normally be Colin who's the chef, and Ryan is the hands, and he'd make Colin eat things when he couldn't even like breathe.
Really? Because I thought it was the opposite.
Is it the other one?
I
Well,
think
they
it's
probably,
the... Well, I don't know.
swapped.
sure they-
I think it was
swapped.
always funnier when Ryan was the actual chef and Colin was the one behind with the hands because he's like...
Either one.
He's like, I need a little bit of water. And then he'd pick up a glass of water and
Just shower him with it.
Man, just talking about those guys, improv, that takes some serious talent.
Yes.
Yeah, especially
You know?
on a live or not a live
Yeah.
audience, but a live audience, but like it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the last one, no, 2 more. Because this one's very significant. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes, on MTV,
On MTV.
Celebrity Deathmatch. I loved
I don't
watching
think
it.
I ever watched that.
It's
I know I've heard of
Claymation,
it.
right?
claymation, and it's terrible.
Oh,
it's
okay.
terrible
It's so
claymation.
bad.
It makes
Okay,
fun of
so-
celebrities,
But it's
pretty much.
Okay.
It's funny and it's incredibly gruesome.
Yeah, very much so. It's MTV's take on trying to be controversial and funny, like South Park, in a
Yes.
sense. But it makes fun of celebrities. Like they'll go into a ring against each other. Like let's say, for example, it would be like Howard Stern versus Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Very big talk
Okay.
show hosts fighting each other in
And
claymation.
it's funny because if you go back and watch episodes, you can see kind of who's popular at that time. Because I
Yeah.
know like RuPaul was in a bunch of
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, they like celebrity. I think they put Britney Spears up against like either Christina Aguilera or Jessica Simpson
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
I really want to say I've seen an episode.
I think they did Ashley versus Jessica
Oh,
or something like that. So
All right, and the final one
Oh, yeah.
That 70s show.
The big one.
The big one. That was the other thing.
Wisconsin!
That was the other one. Is we sat down, we watched Who's Line, but when that 70 show was on, we waited for that to come on as well.
Yeah, very good show. Very good. First season was rough though.
I don't think we have like a lot to say about it, only because
we've talked about it.
We talked about it so much through this podcast
at length, and I've said it before. I see myself. The one reason I love Red so much is because
that's how you're probably
going to be Red. Someday.
Yes, you are. Well, Alex, you this last summer when we watched it was the first time I had ever watched it all the way through. Like there were times when I missed. I've seen
that 70 show all the way through a few times.
I forgot to announce something. The Ranch Part 3 is coming to Netflix this summer.
All right.
If you ever watched The Ranch, it's got Hyde and Kelso together. I mean, Fez
is in there.
Yeah,
he was a guest.
Wilmer,
star.
no, he's actually a pretty big star.
Well, it didn't come till partway through part 2.
Part 2, yep, halfway through part 2. But it's Ashton Kutcher, Wilmer Valderrama, and Danny Masterson, and then it's also got who's the older guy? I always forget his name. Mustache.
The main character, like the
dad.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, yeah. He's such an asshole.
Yeah, he is. But it's
he
funny.
plays a good asshole, though.
Yes, yeah. It's a good show to watch if you're interested.
Anyways, I'm like, I don't know how much we want to really even say about that 70 show other than
I don't think we need to.
It's amazing.
It is.
Every time we watch it, besides the last season.
You say season 1 is rough. I'd say season 8 is even rougher.
Yeah. The last season is
it's almost
the
unwatchable
hardest.
to me.
Other than the last couple episodes.
Did we watch every episode in the last season? I don't remember.
I have seen every episode. And it is very difficult to get through because Eric's not there.
Yeah. So
and what's his name? What's the guy that replaces
Randy?
I don't.
He's awful.
I try very hard to like him. I really don't. I
can't. There's a stretch of episodes I think in season 6 where they work at the hotel, and Jim Gaffigan in his few episodes.
He's hilarious. I love him.
There's that part where he takes butter out to the girl, and she's like, "He took you long enough."
He is a very good character in
that
show.
So
let's move on to the
big one.
The big
98.
98 for
was
movies.
The year for movies.
It was.
So here's the thing: when I was a kid, I thought that movies that just came out that were awesome all the time. In 98. Great year
it's like
for
movie
movies.
After movie.
But here's
amazing.
the thing, like when I got older, like I was around like 13 or 14, I realized how much a lot of movies were starting to really suck unless they were big blockbusters. Because I
think we just got spoiled in 98.
Yeah, 98 people were on top of it. They knew what they were talking about and knew what they were doing. So
okay, so let's start off. What do you got?
Do you want to do?
You guys can go just back and forth. I think.
Okay.
Well,
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan, that was my first one.
See, no, I did not watch that until I was in high school, and we watched it in class.
I could not.
You watched an R-rated movie?
We had to get
movie in class?
It was senior year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but we still had to get like a permission slip, things like that. But because it was so realistic, we watched a lot of movies in that class. But you know what? That teacher was amazing because I was not really big back in the day in world history or U.S. history. Like history was just like my worst subject. I didn't like it. I like it a lot more now that I'm an adult.
I'll be honest here. I could not get past the opening scene.
It is very difficult, very difficult.
Rough.
But yeah, that teacher had it on. He would take what we're learning and apply it to like a movie or relate it to a movie, and we would watch it and go, "Oh, I get it." So
that was a Spielberg flick. So
yeah, Spielberg was on top of it. He's good.
It is very hard to watch. That's also the one where it is where the scene at the
the knife goes in.
The knife. Oh, yeah. And he has to be quiet or something? Or
he's like, the German is shushing him while he's stabbing him.
That scene.
It is infuriating.
It is. It's so hard to watch. But
Upham's a little bitch.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, though.
But he gets his comeuppance.
He
doesn't matter. That guy could have... I'm not even going to talk about it.
It's a movie.
So my first one that I want to mention is The Big Lebowski. I would get in trouble if I did not mention this.
Can I borrow your writing pen?
Still haven't watched it all the way through.
No, you haven't. And
I think I was tired when we
Jeff
watched
Bridges funny guy. I mean, at times he did serious roles.
I don't love this movie like a lot of people do.
No, I don't love it.
I'm sorry. I need some Mountain Dew.
I just got through it. Like, just watched it to watch it. It wasn't something that I'll go out of my way and be like, oh fuck yeah, Big Lebowski. But no, it's fine.
So
it's a good
there
movie.
is a part. The best part to me is when John Goodman is telling Steve Buscemi to shut up. He's like, shut the fuck up, Johnny.
I know. I'll have to sit down and watch it when I'm wide
It's good.
awake.
It's good.
I really am.
It is.
I really do.
I really am.
I really am.
All right, Armageddon.
That was my next one
I'm
too.
gonna say I was like I don't even.
You're going.
Like,
did you get on IMDb or something? Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm on the same
I'm gonna
list.
say that's what it is.
So-
Armageddon was a big one for me only because of the song that's in it.
Incredibly unrealistic.
Very much.
Very
so.
much. I will still. That's still one of the movies that kind of like Independence Day.
Where it
It's one of
comes
those
on,
movies.
you
It's
gotta
on,
stop
and
and watch.
I will stop and watch it the rest
Always
of the way
been
through.
a huge Bruce Willis fan.
Me too.
Very sad scene at the end when he has to tell his daughter he's not coming back.
Doesn't matter how cheesy that is. It is
it is
still
very
like
cheesy,
heartbreaking
but
to watch.
It-
It just
my-
puts you, especially when you become like a parent, putting
I'm
yourself
sure,
in,
yeah.
in those shoes.
In my head, like after movies, sometimes I just think it over when I'm on my way home or something. Like, no, he didn't die. He's like, fuck off.
So he's just riding that asteroid past Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it. I always thought through movies like that sometimes.
It was a great cast.
Good
Yes,
cast.
great cast, great theme song. We already talked about it.
Yes, don't want to miss a thing. I
Yes.
mean, if there was any other.
I'm so
song-
happy that song came out for Rock Band recently. Finally,
Yep.
after all these years, they finally added that song.
I can just
so-
hear the haters now. Why don't you play a real guitar?
I love Aerosmith.
And just because we're talking about Armageddon, also on the list is Deep
Impact, which was like a copycat.
It was
film.
a copycat,
Was
but it
not
was
good, though.
it was a more serious
Are you kidding
film,
me?
is what it was.
I didn't think it was very good.
I liked
I loved
Impact
it
more. Than
I think
Armageddon.
I liked Deep Impact more than Armageddon.
I think it. Well, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Deep Impact was more real.
Yes,
than
it was more
Armageddon.
real. I feel Armageddon was it had some fun to it.
Yeah.
Or Deep Impact was like you're gonna die.
You want to know why? Because Michael Bay directed Armageddon. He has
Yes.
fun with his films.
Yes.
So
Deep
But yeah.
Impact talked about ELE, which was
Ellie,
extinction level event,
Yeah.
which could have put a whole more scary.
I think that's what it
tone
really
to
did.
it.
It brought because you saw different. There's different characters, different lives that are affected, not just one.
Didn't it actually hit though in Deep Impact?
Half of it did. Like it broke. Like they broke it up, and some of it.
and then they
hit.
blew up the rest.
And then they blew.
Because
up
I
the rest,
remember Tay Leone and her father on the beach. They
Yeah,
just
they didn't have
washed
to be
away.
there if they
Right.
didn't want to.
Yeah, but they're.
They could have lived, but they didn't know that they.
Next.
Anyways, so next on my list, I'm not a huge fan of this film. It's fine. It's a good movie. It's Mulan.
I love it.
I mean, I wrote it.
Szechuan
I think
sauce.
I wrote it down, but I actually never saw it. So.
I
You've
hadn't
never
seen it.
Mulan.
I hadn't seen it until a couple years ago, so don't feel bad, Brett. It's nothing I was really
completely
interested in.
it's a forgettable Disney movie, right?
No,
it's pretty big actually, but
it's a very good Disney movie.
it's
Okay.
just
I don't want to like be sexist or anything, but like as a male, an adult male, I don't know how much you really enjoy it.
right.
Sure.
It's definitely a very big female empowered movie, is what it is.
I was never really into.
I think the songs in it are really good, just like any Disney movie.
I was
The
never
songs
really
are very good.
really into Asian culture, and this one just dug right into it. So I mean, I was never really into it. So, anyways, moving on.
Never seen it, but The Truman Show, and I write it down because of Jim Carrey, of course.
You've never seen the Truman Show?
No.
Did we? I don't think we'd mentioned the Truman Show before. So, holy cow!
You know how many people right now are listening going, what? It's almost like
sure.
the Gladiator thing. Like,
It was good.
you've not seen the Truman Show.
This movie developed a syndrome to where people think that they're being filmed constantly.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is almost reality.
Yeah, in a sense. But no. Actually, the show is about a reality show of a person not knowing about it.
Oh,
since he was in the womb.
People have developed this sense of being where like
Didn't they name it something like the Truman Show something it was some I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's a nickname.
I cannot
for it.
believe you. Oh my god, that is one movie that I know you don't like being told to watch it, but I cannot believe you've
I
not
can't
seen
believe
that.
it.
Especially being a fan of Jim Carrey, like that's
yeah,
a
I don't love
great
all of
movie.
his movies.
That's a great movie.
I love pretty much almost all
playing
of his
and watching.
movies.
We watched Liar Liar last night.
Well, I turned it off because you fell asleep.
We were tired.
You know, last time I suggested we watch Liar Liar, you're like, we don't need to. We know it.
Well, that's the other thing.
I was mouthing it the entire time.
We were I made it to. I don't even remember what part I made it to, but
you made it to where they started going to court.
Yeah. But we were mouthing the whole movie, and I'm like,
Mr. Reed.
Mr.
No. What part did we say last night that we were laughing really hard to? Honorable.
The Honorable Judge Stevens. Honorable. No. Don't record that. For me, the one that actually was near and dear to me as a kid was The Parent Trap.
Yeah, so I watched that.
First
debut.
film, and I remember watching the making of this later on, like a few years later. She got picked on like a lot because people were so angry that there were twins and she was only one person and all this stuff. They didn't do the proper twin thing like they did with the original Parent Trap,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they just double screened one person and it didn't make sense.
It worked for me. I didn't have a problem with it.
Is it worth the budget though? Find twins that can act. It's not difficult.
Maybe it is difficult.
I have nothing to say on that. It was a good movie, period.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I mean, yeah.
The next is kind of like Armageddon and Deep Impact because of Bug's Life and Ants.
Yes.
Okay, so Bug's Life, my opinion, Bug's Life is better than Ants.
I've never seen either.
Whoa.
I'm just not gonna say anything. Okay,
Wow.
so don't watch Ants, watch A Bug's Life.
Yes. You haven't seen... Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so Bug's Life is amazing. I think we even watched that recently.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I watch a
Ants
lot
the
of this.
DreamWorks?
Yes. It had a lot of language.
It was definitely the more like adult version of A Bug's Life, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a very serious... It's like the Deep Impact of Armageddon or whatever.
We should wrap up.
They're both pretty good, but yeah.
Is there some stuff that we can skip? Because we're hitting
I think so.
one
So,
and a half.
Just some highlights. There's Something About Mary, and you guys just had me watch that, but it's got Brett Favre in it, so...
Yeah, I'm really surprised you
Yeah,
haven't seen
we've
that
talked
as a
about that
kid.
before. That's a great
But
movie.
it came out when we were younger, in 98, and it's kind of a...
So, you got Blade, which turned into a trilogy, and I really like the Blade movies.
I'm surprised they didn't make a fourth one.
You know what? I've only watched... I have not watched all Blades.
I'm going to mention one. I'm going to mention two. I'm going to do The Waterboy.
Well,
That came out in 98.
We've been on a 98 spree, I guess, in the last
We've been
few
watching a
months.
lot of
One
90s
man wanted to
stuff.
decapitate me, and nobody else thought it'd be a bad idea.
I cried like a 10-year-old girl. And then the other one, we have to talk about this.
What?
It's Godzilla.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was a huge one.
Alex had the biggest crush on Matthew Broderick.
I did. He was one of my heartthrobs. He was just adorable to me.
The thing about Godzilla is that they make him so huge.
He's Americanized. Like he's not fat. He's just a
I mean, you
thin
think about
lizard.
like in the Lost World, the Tyrannosaurus walking through San Diego.
Yeah.
This thing is in the movie was enormous.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think his size changed every now and then.
Yes, I would say so.
Smaller to bigger.
Yeah.
But
when it came out, and being as young as we were, like you said on the precast, Brett, it was amazing.
It was good.
You watch it now, you're like, oh my
The
god,
acting.
the acting is
acting.
horrible.
Yeah.
there's one thing I wanted to say about the Waterboy.
Mhm.
What?
Remember the cross-eyed
Yeah.
linebacker?
Yeah.
That's the same exact actor and character, and even the name as the guy he plays that character in Grown Ups. And
Really?
his name is Robidoo, which is what his name is in Waterboy.
I had no
Well,
idea.
And he's cross-eyed.
We just found out that Rob Schneider plays the same You Can Do It guy in three
in
movies.
3 movies.
Yeah.
He's
3.
in Waterboy, Longest Yard, and
I don't remember what the third one was.
the Big Daddy character that he plays. He's also in Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
it's like you just don't pick up on those things, you know.
In Grown Ups, he's like, Robidoo, how are you? I can't quite tell if you're looking at me. And he goes,
His laugh is so good.
Oh, there's so many things to quote in Waterboy.
So,
Yes.
there's so many movies that came out in '98. I'm looking at another one, Rush Hour.
Well, yeah.
I wrote that
Josh
down,
and I
too.
quote Rush Hour.
Jamon.
Jamon.
I think
Lee.
That's two.
I think it's significant, but it's also forgettable.
Yeah,
It is, but
forgettable.
Well,
Yeah.
whenever I hear that song, what's the song like? Closer.
That's the second one.
I know.
still.
I think we
That's
quote,
why 2 is better
yeah,
than the first
It is,
one.
but
American History X.
Never
Never saw
seen
it.
it.
Oh my, that is one you guys gotta
Which I've
watch.
heard quite a bit. Yes.
Yeah, no, there's some
You
movies.
suggest
I
me
know there's
movies.
movies I need to watch, but that's one y'all
And I
need to
agree with
watch.
that. I've heard people tell me that multiple times.
I hear that the first scene is gruesome. He curb stomps somebody.
That's not the first scene, though.
That's not the first scene?
No.
Oh, okay.
But there is, that scene is in there, yes. Another one that is big to me, because I remember watching it for my birthday, was Small Soldiers.
yes.
Oh my God,
I had
yeah.
dreams about that movie. I was so excited
I was scared
for it.
actually of like that was kind of like the Toy Story, like real life Toy Story
Yeah.
gremlin kind of thing is
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
It was scary.
It was-
I loved it.
I mean, it was overplayed, because really, I mean...
Tommy Lee Jones was Chip Hazard.
I know.
Toy's gonna take you. Think you're gonna
I seriously,
barricade you in
no,
your
I
house.
I remember throwing like our Barbies and stuff like in the attic and everything because I was afraid that they'd like come alive.
Really?
I'm serious. Like I got scared.
Well, because they couldn't use the Barbie name, they used Wendy
Yeah,
dolls.
Wendy dolls or whatever.
So-
yeah.
I believe that was... What the heck was her name? The girl.
Kirsten
Oh.
Dunst. That was not her
That's it.
first movie.
No?
No, her first movie was The Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, and she's in
Oh,
Jumanji,
yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
think she's younger in Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, she's tiny.
Some other notables.
The Wedding Singer.
That is one I have not seen.
What? Holy cow,
That's like
man.
another big like oh
Why
my
you
god.
guys are shocked.
I don't know. I don't know. We get
thought
shocked every time we go through movies.
You pride yourself
That's
on
also a
movies.
very quotable Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, the one I remember is where he says something about, and then he screams yesterday. It's like something I could have found out yesterday, or something
yes.
like that.
Mhm.
U.S. Marshals, also Tommy Lee
That was
Jones.
That's
a
a
great
sequel.
movie.
It is, to The Fugitive.
The Fugitive. Yep.
Also a great movie.
I
Yeah.
never saw The Fugitive.
Yeah, that's
I saw. I
I was
saw
gonna say,
U.S.
it's like,
Marshals.
that's a great movie.
I mean,
I've
it's
even
not
seen
one where
that.
you would need to see
Hmm.
The Fugitive to see, other than just knowing a little bit more about
But yeah,
the
both very good
characters.
movies.
Right.
A Night at the Roxbury.
That's a great movie.
Do. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. I love Night at
It's,
the Roxbury. I mean, it's hard to watch.
It is, but it's got its moments.
I
it's-
don't have any issues.
It's so
watching it.
dumb.
It
It's
is
dumb.
Yeah,
Is what it
it's
is.
so rough. That to me, anyway. I want to mention one. Enemy of the State.
I have actually not seen that either.
Holy crap!
That's one
man.
that I've always
Hold on,
wanted
can you
to.
remind me
I've
which
never
one
done.
that is?
Will Smith.
It's Will Smith and Gene Hackman. Will Smith gets hacked, or he basically gets his whole life torn apart over a videotape.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Yes, you have. Because who else is in it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Yeah,
Jason Lee. I think that's his name.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Wow, I'm really surprised. That's okay though.
Any other big ones?
For a South Park fan, basketball,
Yes,
which is great.
it's messed up.
It is.
I started. I
well
started
known.
watching it, but I did not watch.
They
I didn't watch all of it.
That was one of the live action ones that Matt and Trey did, and then they did another one called Orgasmo.
That one we watched. That's messed
That
up.
one is messed.
That is a
up.
South Park written movie.
It is a superhero porno.
Yeah, it's
Basketball is funny,
Yeah,
and one I think almost missed, but I've only seen once, and I can't find it anywhere. But Dead Man on Campus.
I remember that one. I
That's
saw
got,
that once.
John, what was his name? Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
John Paul. I don't know.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I remember I saw that once. So,
I think it's funny. I honestly don't remember, but basically these slackers try to get a roommate to kill himself so their tuition can be paid for.
Yeah.
'Cause, I guess in the rules of the college, if your roommate dies, you get a free year of college.
no, it's not free. They just pass.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
They
Yeah,
pass. Yes.
They just
Okay.
pass their class.
because
So-
they're potheads.
I got two here. One of
Right.
them that's really, really dramatic
What?
is What Dreams May Come.
Oh my! Please tell me you've seen that one.
I don't even never even heard of it.
It's a Robin Williams movie.
It is my opinion, one of his best.
Okay.
Yeah, one of his best
It's very
dramatic roles.
very serious
Dramatic
movie,
role. Very
and it is a
dramatic.
very like I even though I know the whole movie, I would cry every time. That is one movie where you need a good cry. You watch that movie. It's long, it's in depth, but it is a great movie. Very
Yeah,
very good
yeah.
movie.
And then another one, Lethal Weapon 4. I
Okay.
mean, we just
It was
watched
like-
all the Lethal Weapons
Yeah.
over the summer, so
Pretty sure I've told you I've never seen any of them.
no, I don't think
I've
you
never
told me.
seen any of them.
Oh, wow.
That's very surprising.
I think they had them all on Netflix last fall or something. So, but they
I
also
should
had
watch
Gladiator.
them. I'm
But
sure
did you
I'd-
press play on that?
Sure, I'd like the lethal weapon.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, I think the last one I'm gonna end on is Pleasantville.
Okay.
Had you
Yeah.
seen that?
Nope.
We
Tobey
ac-
Maguire and Legally Blonde chick. What's her name?
Yeah.
Reese
Witherspoon.
Reese
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. It's and Jeff forgot his name. Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Foxworthy.
No, Dumb and Dumber.
Daniels.
Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
My
yes.
goodness.
Yeah.
It's just I'm blanking out. I think it's podcast ending time. So that wraps
real
up.
long today.
That wraps up 98.
It's a good year.
Good
I thought
year.
Very good
97
year.
was good. 98 was really good.
We didn't get to cover 97 as much. I mean, we're going to try to do this a little more often where we plan ahead of what we're going to talk about. Brett had a list going down. I said I was just going to do Google because I've already looked over the list and stuff. So time to plug it in, guys.
I think it's time to plug it in. I
All
think
right.
we covered it.
Just remember, guys, if you are listening to us, there are other apps you can find us on as well. We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Blueberry, TuneIn, Satchel, the Xbox One Podcast app, Google Play Music, and YouTube. We thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to all of our channels. And I'm hoping we can get our video on YouTube this weekend.
Yes, we will. We are give it our best shot.
Alex is losing her ability to speak.
I am. It's bedtime.
So we missed last week, and I do apologize. It's one of our best podcasts
We were
ever.
so upset when that didn't render.
If you missed our audio episode, just go to our back catalog. It's called Celebrating 1 Year, pretty much. So, and if you guys want to hear us on Exploded Radio, we play this podcast on there every Tuesday night on exploded.com at 6 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday. And if you guys ever want to catch us on our Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or Twitter Live, I'm going to give you guys the links to them as well. We are on there every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go live for our precast meeting, where we tell you guys what we're going to talk about, and if you want to join in our conversations or anything we're going to say. There are times when we actually have like a quick short little podcast on there too, so just don't miss out on that. If you want to follow us on any of those apps, we are on Facebook, facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast, and Twitter is at PTOUnlimited. If you want to email us about anything you want us to talk about, or if you're interested in our t-shirts, please email us PTOUnlimited@gmail.com. I'm going to model it real quick for the camera here. Hopefully
That's a great model.
hey, I mean, I do what I can.
Like
it's a good model.
Who are you to judge, Alex?
You were wearing your shirt.
Yeah, what happened?
I wore it last week, so
She woke up turned up.
I woke up turned up. You know why I got this shirt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To be ironic, pretty much.
For my millennial slang that I do.
So,
I saw the shirt and I'm like, that's not something I would ever wear, but because I do my millennial slang, I'm like, I need it.
So, if you ever want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Wrapping up 54.
54.
Yes,
54.
next week is 55.
I can't drive 55.
55. Alex is lighting up right now.
That's
so.
a song, by the way.
Yes, it is. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.